All right, let's see our last question. At least on this page, it says a firm produces 3 inexpensive socket wrench sets that are popular with do-it-yourselfers. Budgeted information for the upcoming year is as follows, and we have 3 different model numbers. We have their sales prices, we have their variable cost per unit, and we have estimated sales volume. Okay. Additional information, it says total fixed cost for the socket wrench product line is $961,000. If the company's actual experience remains consistent with estimated sales volume percentage distribution, and the firm desires to generate total operating income of $161,200, how many of the model number 153 socket sets will the firm have to sell? Okay, so we have a lot of information going on here. We're going to have to do quite a few calculations, and also we're making one heck of an assumption here. We're basically saying that that we're all of these estimates that you see here are going to pretty much hold true. Okay, so this is an example of a we're going to have to do kind of what we did with the surfboards and sailboards. And so the first thing we have to do is we're going to need to look over here at this estimated sales volume. And so I don't quite have enough room right there. Should have left myself some more room. But that's okay. I want you to bear with me, and I want you to add these 3 numbers up here. 30,000 plus 75,000, that's 105,000, and then 45,000 is 150,000, okay? So our total expected units to be sold is 150,000. Now, they are asking us for model number 153, which is going to sell 45,000 units. And if we bring this up on the calculator, 45 divided by 150 is 0.3, or 30%. So 30% of our sales volume is going to be for our number 153 model. But we're actually going to have to figure out what our percentage of sales is for all of these products. So let's just go ahead and do that. This is for model 109, and I can actually do this one in my head. That's going to be 20%. And then 75,000 for model 145 over 150. I can do this in my head too, but even if I couldn't, there's only one product left, so it must be 50%. Okay, so even though we're asked about model number 153, we actually have to do some calculations for these other items as well. Okay, so what's the next step? Well, we have to determine contribution margin. So for number 109, we have a $10 sales price minus $5.50 is a contribution margin of $4.50. And what we're going to do is we're going to come up here and we're going to grab this 20%, just like so. And if we do that, let's see, 20% times 450 is 90 cents. Then for model number 145, we have a $15 sales price minus $8 gives us a unit contribution margin of $7. And then we're going to come up here and we're going to grab this 50% sales mix for number 145. And that's going to give us $3.50. And then number 115, what is that, $20 minus, let's see, that's $20 minus $14 is $6 times this 30% of the sales mix equals $1.80. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add all of these up. And let's see, $1.80 plus $3.50 is $5.30 plus 90 cents is $6.20. And what we're going to call this is our weighted unit contribution margin. At least that's what I'm going to call it. Weighted unit contribution margin. I'm sure if you look in your textbook, it probably won't say that. But that's what we're going to talk about. Okay, so we still have some things that we have to do. This is our contribution margin, our weighted contribution margin. And so if we were talking about breaking even, we would need to divide this $6.20 here into our fixed cost of $961,000. But we also have this desired income or expected operating income of $161,200. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to take the $961,000 and we're going to add it to the expected income of $161,200. And if we do that, we're going to come up with, I've actually done this in advance, $1,122,200. Okay. Now we're going to need this weighted unit contribution margin of $6.20. So we're going to divide our numerator here, the 1.122 million, by the $6.20. And if we do that, $1,122,200 divided by $6.20 equals $181,000. I'll get that calculator gone here in a second. Okay, $181,000. Now, our final step is we're going to come back up here and grab this 30% of the sales mix. And that is going to give us 54. I better do it on the calculator. I don't know why I erased that, but I did. 54,300. Now, that is our final answer, 54,300. That is our final answer. We could have just as easily asked you about numbers 109 or number 145, but in this case, we wanted to ask about number 153. So 54,300 is in fact our answer.